Okay, so I wanted to say I always have really wacky, weird dreams like every night. So I'm going to make a week's worth of telling my dreams because my dreaming unconscious life is clearly more interesting than my real life. Where are you going, Taffy? She's into the woods. I found her. Here she is on her sitting rock. She always sits here. Oh, she's here. Okay, so today is Sunday, and on Friday night I had a really weird dream. It was kind of like a nightmare where the people were all turning evil. I was at school, but the school building had like 8 bajillion floors, so I had to climb up all the staircases to go to the top floor because everyone was curious to go to the top floor because there was something cool going on there. And when I got to the top floor, it was just this weird like suburban town, and all the people there were like brainwashed, but I was not. So I like quickly got out of there, and there's like these 2 blonde little kids, and I was like, don't go up there to them. They were like, no, it's cool up there. And then I went downstairs because I wanted to go to the school office to see my school counselor, and I would report that on the top floor there's some suspicious activity going on. But then I got to the office and all school staff were like evil. They had like red eyes. Oh, Tappy! The principal locked me in an office, and he was like pressing this button on the floor, and he was like, you can't escape now. So he pressed the button on the floor, and then water started coming up from the floor, and it was going to fill the entire room, and I was going to drown. But he was going to drown too, but I was going to drown. So I was like, oh my gosh, I see those little blonde kids outside. So I was like telling those little kids to come in because they could swim in because there's like iron bars all of a sudden. So I told them to come in, but then the little boy drowned. Oops. And then the little girl, I told her to get the key to open the fence, and so she did that, and then we got out, and then we found like a float. And then we found this place that was right next to the school office, and it had a logo on it, on the front door of it, and it said Friends or something. It was really creepy. So then I went in there, and there's all these people who weren't brainwashed, so I had to like motivate them, like, come on, like even though it's the end of the world, come on, we can't just give up. We have to beat the brainwashed people. And then last night, which is Saturday night, I had a really embarrassing dream where I was showing my dad my new apartment, and I showed him my bedroom, and I opened the door, and inside was like all my dirty laundry and like dirty underwear, and like it was just, it seemed like that whole week I like just took off my clothes and just left it on the floor. And it was just like there, and it was all dirty and stuff and gross. Yeah, that was humiliating. Good thing it didn't happen in real life. And then I had another dream last night, Saturday night. Can't remember what it is now. So, that's too bad. This is a really weird angle. Hunched over. Cause like there's no light, so that's why I'm doing this. If you go like down here, then it's just like really dark. Well, I guess it's okay. At first I thought that I wouldn't have a dream to tell, but then I fell back asleep. So this is like Sunday night, because today's Monday. I fell back asleep and then I had a wacky dream. Good job, Julie. My imagination is not broken. So in that dream, I was having dinner at a guy's house. There's a lot of people there all having dinner at his dinner table. After that, I asked the guy if I could go to his brother's room because his brother is like a psychopath, and we were trying to find his brother because we didn't know where he was, and he was like a serial killer. The guy was like, yeah, you can come see his room again. So then I went and followed him to his psychopath brother's room, and the guy found this door that was in the corner of the room, and so he went in, and it was like a downward staircase leading towards like a basement, and he fell down the stairs. So I was like, oh no, I need to go see if he's okay. So then I went down the stairs, and it was a really long flight of stairs, and when I got to the bottom, I saw that his psychopath brother was down there in the basement sticking red pins into the guy's head or his skull, and it was really scary, and I was like panicking, but I knew I had to get back up the stairs to go tell everyone that I found the psychopath brother and that he's killing the host of the house. But before I could go up the stairs, the psychopath brother was like talking to me, and I just wanted to calm him down, so I told him, you are a beautiful creature, you are a beautiful human being. That's what I said in the dream. So that surprised him, and so I took that opportunity to try to climb up the stairs, but then the stairs turned into a ladder, and it was really hard to get out because it was really steep. So I was climbing up, and yeah, that's the wacky dream. I have like a dream every day. It'd be cool if someone could interpret my dreams. Oh yeah, so today I'm gonna be in a video or like a short film that's gonna be on YouTube, so that's pretty cool. Here's an update on Monday night. I had this dream where my sister was cutting my hair, but just really randomly, so she would just be like, and just whoosh, like randomly with her scissors. I'm out of breath because I just exercised for the first time in 3 years by walking in the mall. So she was just snipping my hair, and then when I woke up, I thought my hair was cut, but it was not cut, so I was disappointed because I need to get my hair cut. And then on Tuesday night, I had this really weird dream where I was at this classroom and a famous person came, and he was either like a famous rapper or a famous basketball player, and his name was like Tyler Jerry or something like that. All the classmates were like so excited, oh my gosh. They all wanted a picture with him, but he did like a draw to find out who he would take the picture with. I was the winner of the draw, and then he said to me, you have nice lips. Then he gave me like this permission form, consent form that I had to give my mom to sign. But my mom was at work, so I didn't know how that was gonna happen. But then my mom was suddenly just pulling up in her car, driving by, and then so I flagged her car down frantically, and then I shoved the paper into her face, and then she signed it. The end. And I forgot to tell you that in the morning after that famous basketball person's dream, I like looked up that person. He does not exist, so it was just like a famous person in my head because nobody has that name in real life. So yeah, dreams don't make sense. Don't trust your dreams. And then last night, which is Wednesday night, because today's Thursday, I had a dream where I was at my friend Stacy's sleepover, except that person does not exist in real life because I don't know anyone. I was at her sleepover and then I fell asleep and I had a dream. Basically within the dream, my dream self fell asleep and had a dream. So it's Inception. And in the dream that I had in my dream, I was the conductor of a train, but everything around me was made out of Lego and the buildings were just falling down. So I was trying to get away, but there was this train in front of me and it was like almost coming. It was coming really, really fast. So I just sprinted past like in an action movie. Like I risked my life. I jumped across the railway just before the train like arrived, and I could have killed myself, but I survived because I was an action star. Then I conducted this train, but the steering wheel for the train was outside of the train, so it was like on the wall, the exterior wall of the train, and I had some helpers, and I think there were people I know from church. Yeah. I think that I had that dream because I've been watching too many movie trailers, like the Insurgent trailer where Thor like jumps across the train, and also the Scorched Trials trailer where Dylan O'Brien's character Thomas is like, oh, my friends are on the other side of that door, but that door is closing rapidly, and then he just like slides under like really fast, like whoosh. And it's all intense and dramatic. Good thing that I have dreams to tell you about. Like, what if I decided to do this recording of my dreams for 1 week and I had no dreams? That would be awkward. But my brain did not disappoint. I have a dream every night and I can remember it. That's weird. Does that happen to you? Probably not. Taking my cat on a walk. Happy? Wanna go on a walk? It's the great outside. Thanks for waiting. Tappy, what are you doing? Where are your eyes? Okay, so took my cat on a walk and I'm wearing a cat shirt. Check. Drank iced David's TT. Check. And look at this yellow watermelon book lid. Today's the last day of my week's worth of dream updates. The dream that I had last night, which was Thursday night, today's Friday. It was very confusing. Like, I don't remember the order of the events. And when I was in the dream, like, my dream self thought everything made sense and everything was normal. But no. First of all, my mom was dropping me off at the bus station so that I could go to Vancouver because that's where I go to school. I go to UBC. So I was gonna go take a bus and go back. Then the characters from the stories I write showed up. That's weird. So I'm gonna refer to them by their initials. AJ, the main character, she was testifying in a courtroom and then she and her friend used like a fishing pole and hooked it around VL. But he was just nonchalant about it. He was like, oh, this is a new experience. I've never done this before. It's kind of fun. And they like pulled him using the hook. Yeah. I don't know what's going on there. It's always weird when characters you create show up in your dreams. I have a theory about dreams though. I believe that they happen in a millisecond, like really fast, really snappy. I can't snap. They happen when you're just waking up, when you're just realizing the world and your life and reality. And after you've had the slumber, you're just waking up and just adjusting to the world, and your mind is trying to think, oh, remember everything about your life. And that's when the dream occurs, because it's all weird and not reality, but it's just a weird little story that your brain creates trying to reestablish itself in the world amongst the awake. Meet Stella, my camera. Well, I call her Stella, but her real name is Stellar. And yeah, I just made it up. I gave my camera a name, Stellar. Here she is. She's got like glitter, you see? And sparkles and green because I used nail polish to paint her. And look over here. What's that? Oh my god, it says Stellar! Ha 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 ha. And my camera is a Nikon D5100, and the one that I'm using right now is just like a point and shoot. It's a Panasonic Lumix FS15.